Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. Welcome to our Timeless Chakra Reading. I am your reader, Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. Not bad, it's just spelled that way. I am a professional witch, professional intuitive, the president of DrawingTheCircle Productions. Since 1998, author of 2 different books with a 3rd one on the way. The first one is called Spell Ingredients from a Professional Witch. The second one is called Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, and Words of Grace has a Kindle version available along with a link in the description box that when clicked allows the viewer to preview the first chunk of it for free, including the table of contents, which is mostly divided into chakra chapters for a chakra reading. You might find it helpful. It's a lovely book of prayer. That book saved my life writing that. The original version of Words of Grace, though, which is a Fellini film fest compared to what's on Kindle because we had to edit it down so much, well, that is available over on patreon.com/DrawingTheCircle in our digital shop, as well as the only place to find my book, Spell Ingredients from a Professional Witch, and the 3rd one on the way will be there too. Oh my dear, I do really, really love Patreon. In our digital store, we don't just have the ebooks, we have audios and videos with free previews. They're about 2 minutes long. If you would like to dip a toe into that, some of my subscribers get those ebooks, audios, and videos as part of their subscription package. In fact, top tier God Goddess has everything available across the platform. But the majority of my subscribers, once subscribers, have access to 3 different benefits. A daily check-in when I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link pretty much every single morning. Did one this morning, it was great. We chat about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a spiritual practice of some kind to send us on our way. It's the wisest way for this witch to start the day, considering what I do for a living. As well as they get all the timeless reads, all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s. All of my extended readings are timeless and relationship stuff based. They also get a very significant discount when it comes to booking me for private sessions, whether spiritual counseling, a reading, or a half and half, which is both. They get a good discount on that, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. If you want more info on that, you could follow us for free, putting out more and more content specifically for the free followers. The subscribers get to see it too, as well as you can 7-day free trial us as a seeker or a human. Our first 2 levels of subscription, you can jump out the last day, it's fine, but if you want the discount, you got to stay the month at least, right? And book me for the private session in that month. And I love it. Best career move I have ever made as a professional witch. So if you find yourself so drawn, if you feel yourself so called to do so, click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you can just call me Mal. Hi, my fishy family. I'm in a really good mood. I am. Go figure. Pisces moon that I am. That's why I said if you're new, our Timeless Chakra Reading. We'll do some explanation for the new fishy fam and their cross-watchers, and then we'll jump into the divination. I gotta slow it down. The energy's kind of high today. Feel free to jump ahead if you so choose. Welcome, new Pisceans and cross-watchers. We're doing a chakra read. Not 1 card for each chakra. I've done that before, but I moved from Holbrook, Long Island to Saratoga Springs, New York, and so I have had to simplify things, making all the readings I'm doing for right now timeless and simpler. So we're only using 5 cards. Let me explain. We're dealing with the 8 chakra system, including the star center over the head. It's been called so many things, the upper room, depending on who you read. And I learned about the 8th chakra and its power from Caroline Myss, MYSS, PhD, author of Anatomy of the Spirit, where I learned that from. And the first card down will be about that 8th chakra with her archetype cards based on her work in Sacred Contracts. I cannot recommend her work enough. The 8th chakra acts as a satellite in a way that sends down the archetypal patterns, the lessons, and all of that, downloading it into all of the lower chakras, shifting what we attract and what we repel, and we're usually completely unaware of it, so that we have the opportunity to use our free will to no longer delay what cannot be prevented, which is what we came into this world to do, to take the inspiration into manifestation, as well as to do the healing that is required for us to have the infrastructure to even pull it off. So we'll get one of those. The next 4 chakras down, we will get 1 Daughters of the Moon Tarot, an internal, yin-ternal, feminine energy, right? Not about gender. It's the stuff behind your eyes that maybe you share or maybe you don't. So we're going to be using a feminist goddess deck for that. I've been reading this deck longer than any other. We'll get the lower 3 chakras, the solar plexus, the sacrum, and the root. The masculine energy, the yang dynamic, looking at ourselves from the outside as well, possibly. Us from the inside, looking out at people, places, and things, relationships in the physical world with the mythic tarot, one of my favorite decks, Greek mythology, my favorite language. Those are the 8 chakras. We'll get a Whisper of Love. This deck, The Whispers of Love by Angelo, I consecrated it to the higher selves of all involved. So just not the Pisces and the cross-watchers, but anybody else who may be involved. Their higher selves have a say. And then we will end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra, because these readings are about healing. Physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, financial, relationship, your relationship with the divine, relationship to yourself, all that on a side of fries. But it is a general read, so please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And cross-watchers, the reading could be about you, but it's in relationship to the Pisces you are cross-watching for, and nothing like a very powerful healing mantra to help you do that. So that's the explanation. Let's get into the divination. The shift from explanation to divination happens repeatedly in the still point in these reads. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I promise I will do everything within my power to help anybody come into alignment, to become happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser versions of themselves in a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser way, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world, because as one of us heals, all of us heals. There's only one of us incarnate here. I know it doesn't look it, but however, Pisces, we are 12th house, the collective unconscious, and empaths of the zodiac. Okay, Cancerians and Scorpio too, if we're going to cut them some slack, why not? So let's get into that still point and lift the cards at the table. Ready? Please take a nice deep breath. Last read of the series. Still point. Pantheonic override. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. Beloved pantheons of the divine, 1 card in clarity, please, for us Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers who are watching this video and joined to this reading. What's going on in the 8th chakra, indicating the archetypal power being alchemized from shadow to light, from lead to gold, from pain to peace. So we shift from toxicity to health, from fear to love, and illusion to truth in this timeless chakra reading. The Hermit, yay! Yay! Well, archetypes are neutral, so as horrible as it sounds, as brilliant as it is, and as brilliant as it sounds, as horrible as it is, the Hermit is a member of the wisdom family of archetypes. There are 9 different families or groups. Written on the card is the shadow attribute and the light attribute. I call this lead and this gold. Lead has 3 more atoms than gold, therefore heavier and toxic, and an insulator. Energy can't pass through it. We alchemize this into gold, healing, and a conductor, right? Again, like infrastructure, like that's why they use gold in most of our digital devices, because they're very strong conductors, right? So you have the infrastructure to handle and incarnate this wisdom. So the shadow attribute withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgments of others. I'll own that. Refusing to help those in need. That I don't do. No, my contracts are way too well written for me to get away with that. And I'd like to not have to reincarnate in this level of the illusion of separation ever again. I get it's a mission and all, but there are other places to go. The gold we're shooting for, the light, seeks solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. Sounds like a Pisces read to me. Love it. I love the Hermit. I was the Hermit Witch of Holbrook for 6 years before I moved up here, and now I'm like out doing stuff. So I really do appreciate the Hermit time. Ooh, that pandemic, man. Woo! Did I transform? Never left the house. DoorDash. Okay, let's get those next 4 chakras down with the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Please take a nice deep breath. I mean, I did go places, but I really didn't want to. Still point. Oh, my goddesses override. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. My beloved goddesses, what's going on for us Pisces, collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers, heart, third eye, crown, internally internal, feminine, dynamic, creative, intuition, second level of power, to help us alchemize the Hermit for this Timeless Chakra Read. Okay, we got a court card. Let's talk about it. I'll say what the court card is in a moment. It is zodiacally based, and if you have any planets in this particular sign, go look at your natal chart. If you don't know your rising sign, there are astrologers called that do rectification. They can do that. But for my reads, I think the more people who understand their chart kind of get this stuff on a more, let's say, individual level for a general read. So the Mother of Pentacles here, which would be the Queen of Pentacles in Rider-Waite Tarot, Taurus, the Great Corn Mother, right? Who don't love the Great Corn Mother, right? Such a powerful and potent motherly maternal goddess energy. Now, I don't have any planets in Taurus, but I can look at where Taurus is in my chart, and because I am Leo rising, it's my 10th house, which is about highest potential, right? So life values, if you do have planets in Taurus, absolutely look there. There might be a clue, a tip, and a hint there for you. But for me, Taurus, regardless of what's going on, second house, dynamic, life values. Yes, of course, your home, the people you love, the people, places, and things you value, but also those more esoteric ones that you can't really measure, like honesty, right? Like loyalty, like the things that are really, really important to you. Now, I will say, an earth card on the inner is not about internal organs, right? It's about the experience and the wisdom that we've garnered from experience in the physical world, right? You can have all the knowledge in the world until you put it into action. It's not wisdom. Knowledge plus experience equals wisdom. So, you know, whatever our values are here, why not turn inside to get back in touch with what you'll often hear people call our core values, not our core issues, our core values, because this is a card of fixed wealth as well, a wisdom that can never be taken from you, bedrock. Yabba dabba doozy. Let's look at the lower three chakras. I just flashed myself back in time. Thank you, Spirit Guides, for that one. Let's get the lower three chakras with the Mythic Tarot. I love this deck so much. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My gods override. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. My beloved gods, what's going on for us Pisces, collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers? Lower three chakras. Masculine, yang dynamic, inside out, outside in, relationships in the physical world to help us alchemize the Hermit with the Great Corn Mother, that Taurus energy on the inner. What's going on, lower three chakras, to help us alchemize all of that for this Timeless Chakra Read. Eight of Cups, Eight of Cups. Gee, Hermit card much? To me, it's not so much the Eight of Cups about walking away from something. I know everybody says that. But in this deck, we've got the entire suit of cups represented by the myth of Eros and Psyche. Eros, the god of love, son of Aphrodite and Ares. And Psyche, Greek word that means butterfly and soul, because the soul goes through those stages of transformation, which she's doing right here. Long story short, they meet, they fall in love, they get married. A vow is broken. Wasn't a very good vow to begin with, but whatever, that's my opinion. And as a result, she loses her true love, Eros, and has to run an errand to get the help of Aphrodite to get him back. Her mother-in-law already going to the underworld to pick up some rapid wrinkle repair from Persephone, to bring it back. So this is a descent into the underworld. This is a true love story. So, you know, are you walking away from someone? Sure. But if you're walking into yourself, right, to grab that wisdom, because sometimes we don't see that our values, fixed though they may be, have been alchemized, more gold than lead, that we've really learned something that can never be stolen from us. We can ignore it. But certainly this is an emotional card. Now, I don't freak about the 8s. The 8s are 2 4s. That's very, very stable. So this can absolutely be for healing, taking some time to like recharge, right? To really get in touch with not just what you think your values are, but what you feel viscerally they are. And oftentimes we don't do that until they're challenged. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, the chakras are on the table. Let's get a whisper of love here. Consecrated to the higher selves of all involved. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Higher selves override. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love, the piece of information, inspiration, and insight needed by us Pisces, collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and our cross watchers to assist us all in alchemizing the Hermit in the 8th, which could be very Pisces, with Taurus on the inner, 8 of Cups on the outer for this Timeless Chakra Read. Forgiveness. There we go. There we go. I am both a student and a teacher of A Course in Miracles. There are some video workshops on Patreon, Miracles with Mark, as well as Miracles for the Magical, where I kind of decode Course in Miracles for pagans and other magical folk. So look, nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. And I'm going to give you a line from Course in Miracles right now. It's one of the 365 lessons in the workbook. The past is over, it can touch me not. Unless we keep picking at it, you know what I mean? So forgiveness, there is no healing without forgiveness. There is no happiness without forgiveness, but not the forgiveness maybe you were raised with. Certainly not the forgiveness I was raised with. That's based on Newtonian physics. Subject, object, the two of them are not interrelated. No. More like quantum forgiveness, where you get what you alchemize within yourself, you alchemize in all of humanity, and that's what I mean for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world, right? So ultimately there is a quantum game in play, right? This is a video game. It's all written into the codes. The free will we have is whether we want to be a hero or a villain, right? Forgive or judge. You can do that lead and gold like a billion different ways. And I think with the Hermit, nobody needs to know that we're doing this, right? A lot of the forgiveness work I do, I don't go up to people and say, I forgive you. It's like, how terrifying, right? Particularly if they're unaware of what's going on, right? I forgive you. Yeah, that's healthy. I've done it. Don't get me wrong. But certainly if there is a willingness here to take the wisdom that you've gained, forgiveness is one of the alchemical elements to shift lead to gold. And Course in Miracles is all about shifting from a thought system based in fear to a thought system based in love. It is alchemy itself. So, it got a little heavy there, but come on. With the Hermit, 8 of Cups, and Taurus on the table, of course, forgiveness. Easier said than done. All it takes is a small willingness. Oh boy, Course in Miracles is my mystical spiritual spine. So let's get a Matt Kahn healing mantra here to bring this all together, maybe help with some of that forgiveness. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ascended Master override. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, please, what is the perfect and precise healing mantra to help us Pisces collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and our cross watchers watching this video drawn to this reading? Alchemize our shadow to light, our lead to gold, our pain to peace, shifting us from toxicity to health, from fear to love, and from illusion to truth. With the Hermit in the 8th, Taurus on the inner, 8 of Cups on the outer, with a forgiveness lesson, and ain't they all forgiveness lessons, beginning, middle, and end of the day. What do you got for us Ascended Masters to help us pull this one off in this Timeless Chakra reading? Untangling neglect. We get this one. Why? You just know we do. Why? Because I write down the readings and I work these readings for myself as well. Untangling neglect. I take the time to give myself all the approval I desire. I know all the mantras. I just don't know every word in the bookie book. And there's only one bookie book read here. So this one here, like sometimes, you know, you can't do it in public, so you just go like this. All right, let's go to the bathroom. It's like, I love you, I approve of you, because look, we can get all, we've all heard it, 100 people in a room, right, including yourself, so I guess you're 101 Dalmatians, you know, 99 of them approve and one of them doesn't. Who's grinding your gears, right? The one who isn't. Get on board, dude. All right, untangling neglect. I take the time, Hermit, to give myself all the approval I desire. When neglect is untangled, you are no longer turning to outside sources for constant reassurance and validation. Yeah, 8 of Cups much? Instead, you are going within the depths of your own heart. Yeah, a little trip to the underworld to notice the parts of yourself that require the presence of your attention, which is anything in pain or bored, or even, you know, the parts of us that are like joyful and feeling great, right? To embrace those too. In nurturing yourself in this way, you step forward as the first responder to each wound, concern, and desire. So, you know, we all have desires. We all have things that we want, and when we don't get them, it just means it's not what we need right now, and we think we've done something wrong. So those voices need to be approved of. It's like, it's okay to feel that way, honey. I love you. Why wouldn't you feel that way? That's a type of inner work that only we can do for ourselves. Did I lose my relationship? From this space, there becomes less of a likelihood of attracting relationships where further neglect occurs, simply because you have accepted your role as the one who nurtures the innocence within you. Now think about that. The innocence within us wants so much, wants to love, believes in this, believes in that, but it's a journey, right? There's a difference between innocence and naivete. Innocence is about seeing things with fresh, clean eyes. Really hard to do if you're looking through a lens darkly. Oh, I just gave you a New Testament, right? And forgiveness is the alchemy that does that. Lead glass or gold glass? I don't think you can see through either, but you know what I mean. So, this mantra is ideal for building self-confidence, surviving codependency, which is a whole game unto itself, and healing neediness, right? It's okay to feel needy, but this reading seems very, very much about us untangling that and taking care of our own needs, being the first responders. And come on, we're empaths. So yeah, what are the chances we're feeling our neighbors, right? Or the whole planet at certain points, depending on astrological weather, right? So to really take the time and nurture ourselves like this is really, really key. And my goal, and I'm kind of crossing the T's and dotting the I's on this, is to love myself so much that no one else has to. I mean, they can, that's lovely, but I'm not dependent upon it. And I will not be disrespected. Like the moment you disrespect me, I'm like, ooh, all right, well, I'm going to back off. I don't ghost people. I will tell them. It's like, I need some time to process this. Please do the same. Right? And I just disappear for a while. Yep, 8 of Cups, I'm there. So we're going to put this together in what we call a blessimation. It's a word we came up with over on Patreon, a blessing and a summation. So this is really, I never know quite what's going to come out of my mouth, but if you want to hang out, we'll talk about other cool stuff after this. It's my favorite part, really. Please take a nice deep breath. Mystic Witch alert. Still point. May we end as we began. as I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for us Pisces collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. May we be blessed with all that we need to alchemize our shadow to light, our lead to gold, our pain to peace, shifting us from toxicity to health, from fear to love, and illusion to truth, alchemizing the hermit by seeking solitude to focus intently on our inner lives, serving our personal creativity, of which we have a lot of values about, a lot of core values, and a lot of wisdom already gained in that can never be stolen from us. And we need to go in to do that. Help us to do that. Help us to make the descent into the underworld. It's not Tartarus, it's the underworld. The Elysian Fields are there. It's lovely. I have wonderful rental properties right inside the gates of the Elysian Fields, right? So that we can be renewed, so that we can restore, so that we can be repaired here as we do the forgiveness needed, and hopefully more quantum unity based forgiveness, because nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments, which means we probably had expectations, so that we can really untangle neglect, taking the time to give ourselves all the approval we desire for happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser lives, in happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser ways, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world, animal, vegetable, and mineral, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be, and so it is. You're okay, kid. Fucking love you. If you liked the reading, please hit the like button, the thumbs up, whatever you want to call it. It shifts the algorithm so other Pisceans and crosswatchers can find this, and let's not neglect them. It's in the reading. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, feel free to subscribe. I'm not stopping. This is a field day for me. It gets me ready for my clients and everything else that I have to do throughout the week. So I'm not stopping anytime soon. Face it, I've been reading tarot since I'm 12 years old, 55 at the time of this recording. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Look at things. Howdy, neighbor. Hey, sweetheart. Oh, my goodness gracious. So, yeah, if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more melt, just go look at the menu on Patreon. I mean, the digital store alone is so cool, and that's my entire back catalog. Like, a lot of that stuff I recorded years ago. So now, for the new book, I have all these ideas of things that I want to create that will be available only on Patreon in that store. Maybe for a while, maybe forever. We'll see. Seekers, humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, mystics, gods, goddesses, those are my subscription tiers. The majority of them get the daily check-ins, the extended readings, and the extensive discount. You can follow us for free, and the free followers are great. We're getting more and more of them, so it's really driving me to put out stuff of high quality for them. And again, the subscribers see that as well. But you can follow us for free. You can 7-day free trial us, is what I meant to say, as a seeker or a human, our first 2 levels of power. Seeker is $3 a month ordinarily. Human is $5 a month ordinarily. Jump out the last day, that's fine. I get it. You just want to see what's going on. But if you want the extensive discount, you gotta stay the month and book me in the month, because that's only fair, and we'll talk about that next anyway. So yeah, I love it. Just go check out the digital shop. It's really cool. And eventually my new book will be on there, probably not till next year, but it's in process. I'm so excited. So click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. But you can just call me Mal. And if you want to book me for a private session, there is a YouTube video I made for the 25th anniversary of my company, May 1st, 2023, returned to 25 years old, and I finally raised my prices. It is called Booking Private Sessions with Mal. A lovely YouTube video explains everything you need to know about booking a private session with me, but now I have to redo it because I moved and things have changed. Like, for example, I'm available for doing readings at the Magic Moon in Saratoga. If you are local, you contact the Magic Moon. They tell me you booked, I come in and I read you in person. I'm also setting up an office downstairs in my new home where I can see clients, spiritual counseling, readings, you know, whatever. I might go back into hands-on healing, although it's been a while. I don't know if I want to go back into hands-on healing, to be honest with you. It's a very different shift. I'm very good at it, apparently. And certainly the majority of the readings and private session work I do, spiritual counseling and all of that, we do it with a Zoom recording. I send my client a Zoom link. They jump into the chat. We record it. the cards hit the table at the end of the reading, I send them a link so they can download that recording so they don't even have to take notes. They can be fully engaged in the conversation, in the process. Then they tell me they downloaded it, I delete it, and it's gone. Only they have it. Confidentiality is really key to me, and I mentioned that in the video big time. As well as I say over and over again, I've never turned anybody away because of lack of finances. I won't do it. I've been turned away because of lack of finances, so I won't do that to anybody. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a witch, so there's a way. We always work it out, even if it's pay it forward, but you know, there's always a way through is what I'm trying to say there. So if you're interested, click the link and book me. I'll be making a new video for that eventually, but we're gonna keep that one available on YouTube because it makes my mom laugh, so you work what works, right? But really, I gotta say, I'm so relieved it's the Hermit. It's like, oh, I don't have to deal with other people. But that doesn't mean we're not dealing with other people. That drives us inward. And sometimes that is the best service that they can give us. We don't see it until later. It's like, oh, if they didn't do that, I would have never gone inside, right? And, you know, easier said than done. So if you need help, you know what to do. I'm here to help. But otherwise, a lot of this is on us, right? Untangle neglect. Take the time, a little bit every day or a lot of it every day, to give yourself all the approval that you desire. And that can be a lot. It can be. It's like, I approve of my path. I approve of that I'm doing the best that I can. I approve that I washed my hair today and I don't know what to do with it because it just wants to take over the world, right? And keep your sense of humor about it. It's fine. Along with forgiveness comes what's called a gentle laughter, where you just look back and go, oh dear, I had no idea. And that's okay, because that's a mystical path for you. And look, it's all helping everybody heal. So thank you so much for watching. I love you, my Mer family. Mer, hang in there. Keep swimming, swimming, swimming. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.